Good morning. This is White Raptor News Ministries. All praise and glory to the Supreme Spirit of Truth, the Living One, the Supreme Authority, the omnipotent force that is in control of all things, the point of singularity, okay? You must understand that all things that came into existence from the point of singularity. Everything else is creation. All of it. Souls, angels, watchers, demons, corrupted officials. Everything is to the glory of the point of singularity. Now, the point of singularity changed. And, well, he didn't change. The point of singularity created an entity which we call the Supreme Divinity. It is a divided entity of the point of singularity. The point of singularity ordains all things in their places and has full power and authority over all the gods of this realm. You understand? The gods of this realm here all work for the point of singularity, the Supreme Spirit of Truth. Now, folks, I don't listen to the debates. I don't do any of that garbage. I don't even waste my time with it because it's all a shit show. Generally, when I do come across, like, this is one of my subscribers, Truth Seeker, but he's a Jesus guy. Well, everybody on this plane of existence seems to be a Jesus worshiper or a Yeshua worshiper, both Israel and the Gentile nations. So he had a video that I listened to this morning. In fact, because his video was saying that it was the strangest, bizarre presidential debate that took place. I've already watched this video, folks, and I'm telling you, it's like two kids in school barking back and forth about the most stupid things. I mean, what this country has running, and then the people. I'm buffering that it took me 50 years myself, or at least 45 years myself, before I wasn't until 17, until I went into the military, that I even paid any attention to politics. And then to pay any attention to politics, you learn that it's division. Okay, left wing, right wing is designed for division, and that's all it's about. You can't vote these people into office. You look at President Trump pouting here, man. It was like a high school debate, man. Well, I slept with your girlfriend. Well, your son does drugs. Well, you said you'd close the border. Well, you said you'd do this. It was just a bunch of shit show finger pointing at one another, always blaming the other side. And why they blame the other side, when you, the American people, take one of these sides, then that causes division against us. You understand? They have to keep us divided. There is going to be another civil war in America, folks. And when this one takes place, you better be on the right side. Okay? Because all these people that march through the streets screaming, "We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children." We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children, we're here, we're queer, and we're not going shopping. Well, I would say that's a fucking lie. If they're marching through the streets saying that they're queer and they're coming for your children, it looks like they're shopping for your children is what they're shopping for. All right? And you have this shoved down our throats all day long. There isn't one program running on television today that doesn't have a queer couple in the side of the show, or a gay son. It's being shoved down our faces to normalize this behavior and to accept it. It's not acceptable. you placing your seed in the backside of a man's rear end and copulating your life force into his feces is not normal. Did I reach anybody with that? Did it slap anybody in the face? Because if you're not marching in a straight line and you're veering to the left, which would be these fruit cakes right here, man, marching through the streets telling you they're coming for your children. Who lets something like that go? Where are all the anti-protesters of this kind of behavior here? Oh, there isn't any. You know why? Because the news agencies and the media and stuff are all a reptilian race. You think that this is a joke, and they're showing you in Hollywood what's taking place. So let's go ahead and jump into this morning's segment. So the question put to the computer this morning is, what is gematria? Gematria is used to find hidden meaning or connections between words, explored symbolism, and uncover deeper insight in interpretations in religious and mystical texts. So today we're focusing on not the parable, the entire parable itself, but we're focusing on the word calculate. Okay, because I've been called the sorcerer. I've been called that I'm teaching the hidden texts of Kabbalah. Yeah, I am teaching absolutely hidden things that people don't understand. If you're going to understand and be at the level that I'm at, then you're going to have to dive into this Bible at least 4 to 6 hours a day. You're going to have to visit channels. You're going to see, when you guys get up and you go to work and you bust your asses for 40 hours a week, all right, and then you're consumed with what you're going to do for this weekend, or who you're going to visit, and where's the party at, and who's your drinking buddies, and who you're going to hook up with, or who you're going to have sex with, or any of that stuff, man. Then me, while you guys are all out doing that and working and doing your partying and stuff, covering at least 12 to 16 hours of your day, guess where I'm at? I'm in the Bible and I'm calculating. I'm calculating the number of the beast, which means to use here pebbles in numeration to compute. To compute? So the definition of calculate is to determine an amount of or numbers of something mathematically. Okay? So in order for people to understand this parable that talks about a number here, okay, you have to calculate the number here, calculate the number here, then that takes mathematics. You understand? So I am not practicing anything. What I'm doing is I am reading this Bible day in, day out. I'm putting these sayings, anything that has a religious, and this is important to understand. All I'm doing is putting in things that are Yah is Lord. So if you have Yah is Lord that comes to 666, and you have God of Israel comes to 666. You have Yah and Yahweh. This is Yahweh, God of Israel. Now, nobody ever said anything. Nobody that had been watching my channel, Israelites or anything, ever said anything as long as I was teaching that Jesus is 666. Do you realize when I found this application here that I can type in 25 different freaking catchphrases compared to taking the time to calculate this one thing? If I try to calculate God of Israel like this, the way that I have it here on my board. Yeah, right there on my board. That's how I used to do it. Handwritten on the board. Little phrases like that. It took me forever. So now I have this app, man, and I spend probably 20, 30 minutes a day just typing in catchphrases. And in 4 years, that it took me to learn all about 666, this system here. Since I found this app in the last 6 weeks, I've already discovered many other 666s. And this stuff should not scare you. It should open your eyes. Santa Claus comes to 666. All right? Jesus is the word, and when you add the sum of the word, it comes to 60. In simple gematria, and 6 plus 0 is 6 when you break it down to a single digit, and the word said 3 times in the parable is 666. Also remember, Jesus tells you that he's the beginning. Folks, you need to learn that just because it says God in the Bible, it is not talking about the point of singularity. It is talking about men who've placed themselves in God's positions. Now, I got a few other things I want to show you. You guys might think I'm reaching on this, but this is supposed to be what they're trying to create, a sentinel. All right? And they talk a lot about sentinels in The Matrix, the movie The Matrix. One of the Matrixes is these sentinels. They come in. But this caught my eye because of this. Let me show you. This is a brain scan, folks, of somebody's brain. All right? Look at that. It almost looks like a sentinel, doesn't it? Now, this is the back of the brain. It's not the front. It's not the frontal lobe. It's the back of the brain. And I caught that, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, now check this out. Here we have a real scan of the back of somebody's brain. And when I saw this, I just tripped out. Because to me, this looks like an eye, an elongated nose. Look at here. A mouth. This is coming up through the lower brainstem. You're talking about the medulla oblongata, the midbrain, and the palms. Anything that happens to this portion of your back of your head, you're done. It's generally fatal. Okay? But that kind of just, when I saw this, it was like a demon to me inside our heads. A beast formed within the flesh. They're showing us over and over and over in Hollywood. And then notice the accentuation of the pineal gland. Okay, which is the light of the eye. I showed this to you guys the other day. The eye is the lamp of the body. The eye is the pineal gland. The pineal gland is the lamp of the body. If eyes over there, we're going to pop over here to King James. The light of the body is the eye, the pineal gland. If therefore thy pineal gland be single, and it is, thy whole body shall be full of light. I'm trying to teach you that these references, these parables are not what you think they are. They're hidden texts. They're riddles, man. And this is what Jesus was talking about. The pineal gland is the eye. So what this is called here, what you're looking at, is called a Dyson sphere, all right? And almost like an orphan. Okay, I can only play a smidgen of this, but we'll keep it short.
A group of researchers say they've identified at least 7 stars that might be surrounded by super advanced alien megastructures known as Dyson spheres. Yes.
There you go. So what are they talking about here? Well, let me show you. This is what I'm talking about. What's written in the book of Enoch about these spheres that have these eyeballs and stuff all over it, right? They've been showing us in the symbolism of all this stuff that's taking place for such a long time. and nobody has grasped the concept. I've only learned to grasp this concept as of today because of all the time that I spend at this channel right here. Go check it out. Dyson Fears Decoded. The truth is stranger than fiction. This is Brother Sanchez's channel, and what I'm talking about is just going to be a smidgen of what this man here shares, but along the same lines. So the book of Enoch talks about these spheres, these Dyson spheres, and what this sphere is they rotate. Let's see if I can find a GIF. So these are supposed to be your rotating bars of these eyes, these which are capable of seeing. But remember, if thy eye be single, then the entire body shall be full of light. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, the pineal gland be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. You see, this is symbolism for our light. This is our light, and it has been captured in a Dyson sphere, some type of machine, a sentinel machine that took over fucking millennium ago. Our ancestors were playing with this technology millenniums ago. We think that we're smarter than our ancient ancestors are. You're insane. This technology that they are dealing with today is not new technology. It's old technology being reinvented. It's all symbolism being reinvented. The pineal gland is the light of the eye. This is the eye, the singular eye. If the eye is singular, okay, then your whole body shall be full of light. But if you're looking out your brain and you're seeing with your eyes, the physical realm rather than the spiritual realm, then you don't have eyes to see. Okay, folks, put on your blinders here. You don't have eyes to see. If he wins, I mean, our country is already fallen into depravity, all right? I'm going to show you some pictures, give you a heads up that might be a little bit risque for a lot of you, but we're just going to fly through them real quick to show you the depravity of what is taking place, even within married couples. So let's take a real quick look. This is hookers for healthcare. So they're giving hookers in Las Vegas now healthcare. They're providing them. Okay, give me a second. Okay, full warning, man. These are pretty offensive pictures for me for somebody's wedding anyways. Okay, there you go. That's what you got for brides, grooms, and maids today. Females kissing each other, tattooed up to the brim, showing all their legs. Stupidity. You know damn well that this is a marriage that is set to fail before it even happens. It'll be good for, a few years and stuff. But understand, if a woman like this brings a man into your wedding bed, then, or you bring other women into your wedding bed, then the man you're married with is going to think that it's all right for you to cheat, and he will cheat on you. Bet your ass on that. This is the depravity of the United States today. Everybody getting to show their asses off. For who? Who are they showing the ass off to? Her husband? Here, honey, look at what we're going to be playing with. The depravity of the United States. Oh, isn't that beautiful? There you go. This is your bridegrooms right here, folks. Isn't that just a pleasantries for you? This is what America has fallen into today. These are beasts. You understand? These are soulless marauders. They have souls, but they have no spirit. They have no life on them. I had no life on me either, folks. I would have loved it if it had my wife's bridesmaids all turned around and showed their asses and stuff, I would have been asking my wife, so what, do we have a different one, to jump in our bed each night of the week? I was a fornicator, man. I loved having sex. And this is the problem, is people are equating sex with love today, and we're not being taught what true love is. And folks, that's not, none of this, what I just showed you, is true love. So if Trump wins, you know that he's a womanizer. He loves women. The debate, in fact, talking this morning between Biden and Trump, Biden started talking about how Trump was cheating on his wife while she was pregnant and stuff. That's the kind of stuff that, it wasn't a debate or a political debate, folks. It was people pointing their fingers at each other and accusing each other of all the things that they'd done in their life. Well, they ain't none that aren't guilty of anything that's taken place. Guess what? When Adam and Eve ate from that fruit, you guys died spiritually just like we did. You became the walking dead just like we did. So along the lines with symbolism in secret societies, a registered member has no degree. Okay? Registered members, who are those? Us. Those that register to vote. You're a registered member. All right? An active member is a Satanist first degree. Meaning that if you vote for these parasites, you are an active member to voting Satanists into office. Okay? A witch or a warlock is a second degree. A priestess or priest are third degree sorcerers. Do you understand that? Then you have the magistra or the magister, which are fourth degrees, and then you have MAGA. Isn't Trump screaming, "Make America great again," which is MAGAs. And what's MAGAs, folks? Make America great again, MAGA, to Trump voters. Oh no, that's what they tell you. The truth about MAGA, though, was MAGAs. Right there, folks. A member of a priestly caste, as in the caste spells of ancient Persia, which is a sorcerer, but let me give you more. In the beginning was the word Jesus, and the word Jesus was with God. This God here is a theos, a theon, a deity, especially the supreme divinity. There is a difference between the supreme divinity, which is multiple gods, and the point of singularity, the supreme creator. The supreme creator and the supreme divinity are not the same. Duality exists, and this God here is a magistrate. Right here, a civil officer or lay judge who administers the law, especially one who conducts a court that deals with minor offenses and holds primarily hearings for more serious ones as well. Dropping down here to the word origin comes to magister, which I showed you early, magistratus, and a magistrate. Hold on, got more for you. So a magistrate is a civil officer, bailiff, judge, or justice. So that God theos that I just showed you in John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. God, Elohim, God, Theon, is a magistrate. It is a man hidden in plain sight. But pay attention to magi, magis. Magi, watch. Magi is magus. And that was Donald Trump's entire campaign based on magi. Because that's what they are. They're magic men. Supernatural power. Okay? So understand that the natural, folks, is flesh. That's real important for you to understand. Natural is not spiritual. But they do have supernatural powers, the ability to perform impossible feats by tricks. The entire system is a magi system, all right? Designed to capture your light. Designed to capture our light. So our ancestors were so advanced. Consider this, man. Just play along with me for a minute. Consider that when a child is born in a hospital, okay, this is big and it should scare you. It should waken you up anyways. Even at birth, that baby, once it is put from the womb, is taken from you and it's placed inside a nursery. Between that very moment that the baby is separated from the mother and father, could they have did a brain scan already on that child at that young age? Because remember now, this child is straight out of the spiritual world, and it's being born into a material world at this point in time. So a child that's born into this world is at its greatest connection with the spirit, the point of singularity. And these Dyson spheres, with all the eyes, this is a representation of the hive. They're watching us. They've been watching us all along. You don't understand how complex it is when I tell you that you are being watched by a window. You are being watched by watchers. You're being watched by angels, good angels, and you're being watched from demons. There is a spiritual war that is taking place around you that you cannot see, but it is happening. And if that veil was to lift up and you could see what was taking place around you, you would literally shit your pants, because this is the real deal, folks. Okay, you are spiritual beings. This is all dealing with the book of Enoch. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm just trying to put the puzzle pieces together. I'm trying to make sense of it all. I'm trying to bring knowledge. Because what is this? If this Dyson sphere exists, and I believe that this plane of existence, this world that we're in, is a Dyson sphere, not going against the flat plane. We absolutely live on a flat plane, but this entire plane of existence, as we're looking at it here with the Hebrew cosmology here, is a sphere. This is a sphere as well. We live on a flat plane inside of a sphere. All right? Nobody knows what the earth is hung on. So, if thy eye be single, then your whole body shall be full of light. Right? However, if your eyes are bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, this is key right here. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? This is intertwining light with darkness. It's equating that if the light within you is darkness, so indeed darkness does have its own light, but it's of darkness. How great is that darkness that dwell within you? If your eye is single. These people's light, their eye, is cluttered with darkness. There is no light in these people. There's no light in people that defend their cause. Listen, if you're marching down the street and you're saying that you're not gay, but yet, to each their own, let each person have their own rights, you're a lying sack of shit. You've laid down with your own kind. You've done it because you support it. You did it at a weak, vulnerable moment in your life. Maybe you were a child on the streets and you did it and you felt guilty and horrified and terrible about it later and stuff. Well, that's the way you're supposed to feel if you've engaged in this kind of activity. You're not supposed to march through the freaking streets telling people that you're here and queer, you're coming for the children. Right? And is anybody following me? Does anybody listen anymore to what I'm trying to share? All right, here you have Jesus. Neither this man nor his parents sinned. Hold on. How can Jesus make that claim? But this happens so that the works of Elohim, or in this case, this is a magistrate, a theos, a deity, especially the supreme divinity. Understand, the supreme divinity are your corrupted officials. The supreme divinity are people that prostitution out on the streets. These are evil beings would be displayed in him. Well, that doesn't make sense. Neither this man nor his parents sinned. It makes no sense at all. As Jesus started on his way, a man ran up and knelt before him. Good teacher, he asked, what must I do to inherit eternal life? Jesus replied, why do you call me good? No one is good except God alone. Well, Jesus just contradicted himself right there, man. Neither this man nor his parents sinned. Jesus, again, is 24:24, Iasos in the Greek. And it's also two other Israelites. Now, E.T. the MTV, he pointed out to me that the two other Israelites, one was Elijah, and the other, and I believe Enoch, because they were shown, they were the ones that rose to heaven, as we're taught, anyways. Okay, Isaiah 37:16 says, this is Hezekiah's prayer. And Hezekiah prayed to the Lord, O Lord of hosts, God of Israel, enthroned above the cherubim, you alone are God over all the kingdoms of the earth. You alone are Elohim, plural of Eloah, something used. This God here is used of the point of singularity. Everything is to the glory of the point of singularity. There is not a trinity at the point of singularity, the point of the Big Bang. There is nothing, just the Supreme Spirit that created all things. What a true master and powerful, loving, kind, tender, warm-hearted, spiritual creator of truth, the living one. Okay, but what's that saying? God over all the kingdoms of the earth. You made the heavens and the earth. I don't understand what that's really saying. Let's jump over here to King James. O Lord of hosts, God of Israel, that dwellest between the cherubim. Now I understand what he's saying. That dwellest between the cherubim, because the cherubim here, folks, it's this right here. Okay, here we are again at brain scans and stuff. And this is the beast within us. Okay? This area right here that you're looking at, all this right here is called the cerebellum. All right? And the cerebellum is the man brain. The cherubim, the two cherubim are the left and right hemisphere. The left and right hemisphere cover right here, folks. This is your pineal gland right here. This is the two cherubim that cover the light of the eye. This is the eye. These are the cherubim that cover the eye. This is the cerebellum. This is the lower brain, the man brain, the carnal brain, the lustful brain, the thinking brain. This here is the God brain, the left and right hemispheres of the cerebral cortex. Okay, here's one of the X-Men. This is a clip here where he goes in. This is a modern, or I would say an earlier attachment to the brain. But here, look, pay attention to the symbolism, all right? The symbolism, the eye, they're giving you the eye. The eyes are what? Are a portal. The eyes are a portal to the pineal gland. And there is your CERN, representation of CERN. Also, the light in the center.
Welcome, Professor.
Welcome to Cerebro.
It certainly is a big, round room.
The rich human beings. This device amplifies my power, allowing me to locate mutants across great distances.
How would he know how to do that?
Because he helped me build it. Now, if you'll excuse me.
So remember what he said. He said, it sure is one big round room. Okay, in this particular case, Charles is representing the pineal gland. The room is representing the cherubim, which is the Dyson sphere. I guess you could call it the Dyson sphere. So this is also a representation of a man hooking up to a machine. One mana hooking up to a machine that's able to contact and watch and find. These are truth bombs. What am I saying? I'm saying that our ancestors have already been through all this. Okay? They created a machine and they have hooked up to this machine. There's a number of people and they are the rulers of this plane of existence. They're the rulers of the dark side. This is no joke. This is the real deal. So 2 Corinthians 2:11 tells us in the King James Bible, lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. I'm telling you that a man has already hooked up to a machine. They've already hardwired themselves into a machine. All right? I'm telling you straight out, man. Watch, guarantee it. You go inside of a room and you say, kill the AI, they'll take your comment down. Seriously, why would a machine, why sweat it? Because mankind is already merged with the machine, folks. So men will become machines. They say in the future. Well, the future is held in the past. It's this plane of existence is a trip. We've already been through all this shit. Okay, we are in a simulation where our soul is rebirthed into a flesh suit. If you don't get it, at least that's what the Hindus believe. Now, personally myself, reincarnation sounds much better to me than eternal death in a fire, burning and blazing in fire. But you know what's really strange is when you talk to atheists and you put it right back on Christians and you tell them that they're the ones that are going to burn in the fire and stuff, they get livid. They get so freaking angry and upset and bent out of shape, you know. And the only one in this life here that can piss me off right now is that man that's closest to me, my dad. And he is a complete poser used for this system. Satan completely uses him. I have come to a point where I understand now that when my dad says stupid off the wall shit to me, man, that's not my dad, man. That's not the spirit of my dad. That's the spirit of the evil one inside of him that's ruling him. The one that attached to a machine. And this machine has learned how to use the waves, you know, because this is why they're setting up these towers. We've been through all this stuff, folks. It's time for everybody to wake up to the truth and understand what's taking place. I hope you enjoyed it. Please smash the like button, leave a comment in the section. Thank me for give all praise and glory to the supreme spirit of truth, the supreme creator, not the supreme divinity, not anything that is used of the point of singularity. Give all praise and glory to the point of singularity, the supreme creator. Turn and walk in the truth, because the truth is what shall set you free. Okay? The supreme creator is spirit. This God, again, is a lowercase god. It's a theos. It's something that is a magistrate. And anything that is a man that possesses a flesh suit is a supernatural being. It is not a spiritual being. It is supernatural. Okay? Figuratively, a magistrate. God is, or the supreme creator, is spirit of truth. And his worshipers must worship the creator in spirit and truth. You can't equate the creator as a him if the creator tells you that he's not a man. The creator is simply a spirit. The creator is point of singularity. God, our magistrates, created from the supreme creator. These are the supreme divinities of the creator. They are something that is used. I hope you liked the lesson. All praise and glory to our Creator. Much love to those that serve Him. I love you, and I love the Creator. I love the Spirit. I love walking in the truth. I love having the Spirit upon me. I am not a perfect being, nor do I claim to be. I've only recognized what I am today. And by recognition of what you are, by admission of your beastly acts that are contrary to the Supreme Spirit, it allows you an opportunity to walk in the truth, to hear the truth, to share the truth, to be the truth. You are the truth. And if you're not any of that, then you are the lie. This is White Raptor News Ministries.